I'm Scott Allen Miller, and this is my vlog of daily life living in Leon, Nicaragua. Today I'm here with Jimmy. He's been here for nearly a week. I think it's 6 days. And we are heading through Leon right now. Not that you can see any of it, but we're going to talk a little bit about shopping at the mall. We're going to talk about some of the activities he's been doing here on his first week. I know everybody's been really interested on what things are like for him moving in. So we're going to let him tell you a lot more about his first week when we get back. Right after that bump. We've just been shopping at Paseo Real, the mall here in Leon, running some errands, and we're coming through the north side of the city, so I'm actually going to point out to Jimmy that this corner here to the right is actually where the old, we're going to be coming past the old baseball stadium, so as you kind of look, you should be able to see it. Now, of course, it's been replaced with the new stadium. That's the yellow right there is the stadium. The new stadium is in the southeast, which you can't miss as you come into town. But the old one is still pretty important and only just stopped being used. So after 6 days here in the city, and we've had a bit of stuff going on. Jimmy's been helping out a lot with, we've had some emergencies going on, so we've been dealing with a lot this week, so it's been kind of tough. And you're staying in an emergency house, which is itself kind of tough. So first week, what do you think? How's it been going?
It's going pretty good. There's a lot of there's a lot to really talk about. It's lost in translation. We're talking a little bit about that. I learned a lot about that. It's kind of like texting versus calling, but just two ears and listening and talking with everybody. But we got to go see some Via Via. Been to Simply Lodge. They did Booze Day.
Tuesday Booze Day.
Tuesday Booze Day, yeah. That was last night.
So that's the big northern. In the south, we have Sunday Fun Day. In San Juan del Sur, and in Las Finitas there's Tuesday Booze Day, which is very similar, the hostile wild party at the beach.
It was pretty wild. It was funny just to watch all those youngsters, man. It made me feel a little old.
It'll do that, yeah.
Yeah. So we got to hang out there, eat some really good food. We've eaten at Gecko, eaten at Simple. Where's that other restaurant that we went to, the breakfast place?
We went to Desayunazo.
Okay. That was great breakfast. Phenomenal breakfast.
And in case you can't tell, I'm actively driving through the city of Leon, so I'm very distracted.
Yes, he is. And he's doing a great job driving out here. Get a driver for a while, and thanks, Scott, for driving.
You're welcome. And speaking of, this is Desayunazo that we're looking at right there.
Okay. Yeah.
People can look it up on a map and see where we're headed south past Desayunazo.
Yep. And whenever he was talking about the new baseball stadium, it's very nice. You do drive right past it. It's impossible to miss it. It's beautiful. It's nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait
so say a little bit about Via Via. Friday night,
okay.
We went and saw Mazote.
Mm-hmm.
They were fantastic. And you can, for those who are interested, you can go watch that concert that Jimmy was at on the Nicaragua channel. Just look up Mazote, M-O-Z-O-T-E. They're the latest video at this particular moment. That was a good show.
Yeah, they rocked it out, no doubt about it. They have a lot of passion, and out here, Via Via has a lot of superb bands that I've ever really witnessed, really throughout my entire life. Especially with the songs that they're able to sing are classic. You don't want to mess them up songs, and they rock it out of the park as if they're the ones that wrote it. I had a couple. What's that 12-year-old?
We had aged Flor de Caña rum, and it's Cristalano. I think I get that right. It's not the Italian Cristaliano. It's the Spanish I think it's Cristalino. Yeah. That's how you pronounce it, but it is crystal clear, absolutely smooth.
It is dangerously smooth. We're talking about if you mix it with Kool-Aid, you wouldn't even know. That's strong. It's delicious, though. It's very smooth. But my favorite is that 12 años.
Yeah, the 12-year barrel-aged.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's delicious out here. Just FYI, hangovers are not that bad out here because the ingredients of all the of everything that you have, it's really not too shabby. I don't feel too bad this morning.
And right now we're waiting in traffic because there is massive road construction. One of the main roads in town, First Street, is having its new waterway put in, and so we just had to turn and go around that. So that's what we were looking at there. This is an old colonial city, and they're doing so much to upgrade the city. And it is amazing. I don't think you've seen this yet. it is amazing to watch the crews work here because like that road is completely destroyed right now. They're
Yeah.
putting in a waterway down the middle of the road. They've been there 3 days in a row. Every night that thing is back open as if nothing had happened, and then they come through. They'll totally tear the road apart in the day, have it fixed in like a day. It's insane. Now, obviously, they're only doing one block at a time, but they move through the city so fast, and it's a big project. They're really
It's an extreme efficiency, no doubt about that. It's pretty interesting to watch. America, we need to catch up.
yeah yeah. Their ability to do road work in this city is just truly mind-boggling.
See what else did we do? The Sipley Beach, the lodge, just Las Piñetas. Oh, I love it. It's a great place to go to. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's beautiful. Every time we go out there, even if it's raining, it's beautiful.
I love it in the rain. Yeah, and of course it's cooler.
Yeah. Yesterday, the waves were coming in pretty intense. I think I saw a couple of 10-footers. Yep. Some good barrels. I'll get out there, get some surfing going on. I also got to take my dog Poe out and about down there, and he loves it. You know, get him some chicken and rice. He just kind of sits and chills because he's an old boy. He's about to be 12. Yeah, in November he'll be 12. So he enjoys it. Let's see what else we've done.
Well, we just went shopping at Paseo Real,
That's
so
right.
that is the mall here in town, and we did a little walk around. We're hoping, fingers crossed on this one, that we actually got some footage, because you're not actually supposed to film in Paseo Real, and they stopped us years ago. I didn't say anything today, but I was being a bit more discreet now that I know that at least years ago, we had an episode where we went there, and they're like, yeah, we don't want you to film in the... I'm like, you don't want me to show off the shopping? That's so weird, but that's a thing. It's a thing. So we were trying to be discreet, so hopefully we actually got some footage and can show you. We stopped by and you just needed some loose ends for things for the house, like a charger and stuff. And we checked out some real quick shopping. There's like De Toto, the dollar store. We hit up Casa del Cafe, which is the coffee shop. So they're the chain here in the country, but they're in the mall, which is nice. It's air conditioned. It's a nice little place.
That's delicious.
And there's a La Colonia grocery store. There's a Tip Top. We didn't go there, but we got a chance to check it out and just see, you know, what the Leon Mall situation is like. It's very small, only a few things. There's room if someone has some business idea. And there, of course, lots of available spaces, but that's good. Oh, this is going to be loud.
Like 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah,
spots, spaces.
Sure.
Yeah. It was, the Toto, that's the dollar store.
De Toto, yeah.
That's, De Toto. They definitely are basically a dollar store.
Yep.
A little bit of everything. Let's see, what else did we do?
This road is packed.
Yep. Nika.
Yep.
Let's see what else. So we came out of the mall and got to see the volcano, the massive, really
Yep.
one.
Yeah, it's really... So this is how little Jimmy's been here, is he hasn't really noticed all the volcanoes around. Like, he knows they're there, but it takes a long time to get used to driving down a street and looking up and seeing a massive volcano. That really does throw you off for a long time. So
Yeah, it does.
from the mall, you can see a couple, but the big one is San Cristobal, up by Chinandega. That one definitely people notice.
Yeah.
And it's a landmark. It lets you get your bearings when you're in different parts of the country, because it is so large, and it's more or less due north from Leon. So it makes it really easy for us to figure out where we are, what's going on, when you can see that. So it really does help. But it's also just so iconic in the western part of the country that we have this truly epic volcano hanging out there.
I really want to go on the tour now. I do. But that one doesn't have a tour.
I don't believe you can definitely drive near it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's a city at the base of it, but it's I need to.
That'd be totally cool to go see, no doubt about. That'd be fun.
But there are a lot of volcano tours. I don't know how many of them. I think like 8 or 10 have like pretty big tours. There's some that you go up, some that you go around, some are active, but the only one that's active that you can see into is currently closed. Someone just checked the website like last week. It's been closed for like 8 months because they had a cave in, like the caldera caved in,
okay.
and that's super dangerous because it can cause blowback.
Yeah.
So they close it for a long time while it's unstable. But some of them you can do the surfing down, and there's a lot. There's at least one you can climb up and go into the cloud forest on a hike, which is obviously pretty cool. And that one that's down in Granada. Messiah is the one that you can see into when it's open. There's the two on Ometepe can be climbed. It's yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of volcano stuff you can do. I'm going to turn off the camera here for a minute because I'm going to be running into the Super Express and doing some real quick shopping, and we're going to be right back with you guys. All right, we're just about to pull out into traffic as soon as the cars come by. And I have to say, so being in Super Express, which, by the way, is the place to get cigarettes, I found out that everything you could want is in there. And Paul says that is the place to get them. This kind of sums up the Nicaraguan experience in a single ad. The ad in the Super Express is combo 1 hot dog and a 12-pack. 12 beers and a hot dog.
That's right.
That is the deal at Super Express.
Yeah.
Like, how many people only need 1 hot dog with their dozen beers?
I don't know.
And it's a hot day.
I know, man. You know, dude, I figured out that even Tonya warm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
I drank it. No problem. Not too shabby. Most beers you have to have them ice cold for them to be good. Tonya? No, I love them.
Tony is good.
It is.
It is good. Although I think I drink more Victoria.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, I tried it once, but it's too hard on my palate. I like the more watered down, light flavor kind of.
Yeah, and Tony has a little bit more alcohol too.
Oh, wow.
Victoria is actually, it's like just 0.1% less, but it's a little bit less.
They're shooting fireworks off right now.
They are.
A wedding maybe or something?
It's
birthday.
There's a day going on, so there's fireworks. You don't need an excuse.
Pyromaniacs are welcome.
It's sunny, so there's fireworks. Rain, fireworks.
I woke up today, fireworks.
Right, yeah. It's a good day to be alive, fireworks.
That's right. Well, kind of like that coffee mug says, be nice all day.
Right, be nice all day. Oh, all day. Well, that's what I was missing.
I'm working on it.
All right, we're taking Jimmy on the back roads over to his house, which is actually a fun, I think this is a fun trip because it's like, oh, this is where my house is? Like when you come off the main road, you have one perspective of it. When you come through the barrio, you have a very different perspective of it. But this is a great area, actually. So we're in South Sutiaba, and I really like this area. I don't love the roads. They're all old cobblestones, and they get a bit of shift out here. So they're kind of rough. There's a lot of like really old ruts in the roads and stuff. But you know, this is a 480-year-old neighborhood or something. So it's dramatic, but it's actually a really cool area with like some nice restaurants, cute, like there's some older stuff that could use some, spruce it up, but these are like big trees and cute streets and like this is a really bright sunny day and it's still a cute neighborhood. Yeah. And imagine this in the rain, like it's nice.
I like the colors that they have out here.
Very colorful, yeah. That's the Central American, like everyone has a bright color thing. It's great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I've been looking at houses, apartments, rentals, furnished, unfurnished. That's going to be a little costly if you're looking for furnished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up getting the appliances that I need, slowly acquire them, bed, all that stuff, and move into probably an apartment or a house. We'll figure it out.
Bed probably less slowly than some of the other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bed and fridge, like you can kind of get by with bed and fridge.
That's all you really
and
need.
Then you add a toaster oven or an air fryer that works like a toaster oven, and you're kind of good for a while at a range. And so here they sell ranges separately.
Oh, okay.
Obviously that exists in the States, but I don't remember ever seeing it. But here it's a really common thing because ovens are not popular here. As you can imagine, it's warm. And people don't tend to cook, and ovens are a bit more expensive than a lot of other cooking methods. And so it's just not popular. Obviously people have ovens, but it's not nearly as popular to have an oven as to not have an oven. But because people don't have ovens, we're used to ranges being on the top of an oven. They don't do that so very often. So they sell the ranges completely separately. They're like, you can get them as cheap as $30.
Yeah.
And then it just hooks up to gas and you just cook on your countertop.
That's pretty cool.
It's a little bit wild.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let's see what else. Saw another volcano. I love it out here. It's
Pretty much anytime you get an open view somewhere, you'll see a volcano. There's a total, if you get onto the rooftops, there's 12 that you can see from Leon.
That's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I saw on top of the cathedral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're up there, you can see a whole bunch. If you're at the top of like Cerro de Oro, or you're up at the fortress, 14 Acascasco, any of those, you can see just volcanoes everywhere. It's wild.
You can go up there for 30 minutes for $3 though.
To the cathedral, yeah.
And it's much bigger than I thought it was going to be to walk around.
That is a big cathedral. Yeah.
Yeah, the stairs to get up to it though, they're about 10 to 11 inches steps, and it's pretty tiny. Had to squeeze in my shoulders. Yeah, kind of felt like a secret passageway. Sure. Let's see what else we got today. What are we doing today?
Today, I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. It must be Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Hump day.
Recording on Wednesday. I think today's the day to get work done because tomorrow's my live stream. So my time is super tight tomorrow. And Friday is Via Via.
Oh, that's right.
For the crowd who's going to be in the Cadejo. Milvio, for those who are local, Milvio is singing with Cadejo this Friday at Via Via. So we'll be there. Hopefully we'll be there if all goes well. Checking them out. This is your street we're turning on to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are beautiful houses around here. It's a neat neighborhood here in San Mateo. And so that's going on. Coming up on November 2nd, for any of my viewers who are going to be in the area, major reopening party at Desperados in Las Bonitas. That's it. It's going to be like costume party, full thing for Halloween and Dia de Muertos, Muertes. It's going to be really cool. That's going to be a lot of fun, and we're preparing for that. Got banners up on the streets. They reminded me because they're driving around doing the cars with the loudspeakers. We got some of those doing that stuff, and I think we're on the radio. Like, they're really pushing this. I've heard 3 buses are coming from Leon full of people for this party. So the party at El Simple is 1 bus normally, and on really busy nights 2, and this is going to be 3. So there's a lot of people for this party, and that's only the people who are paying for the buses. It's 100 cord extra if you're going to take the bus. So the majority of people were expecting not to be in buses. So wow,
that's
going to be a lot of people.
It's going to be a fun time.
But
shenanigans.
A lot of shenanigans. Many shenanigans. All right, we're dropping Jimmy off. I'm going to be heading home. Going to be getting the editing done. I got a lot of work to do today. We've been out running around, but glad we were able to run around and get some coffee and hang out. And thanks for jumping on the show. We're going to be checking in with Jimmy on a regular basis because this is going to be a really cool process as you do the. Now, once you actually start looking at apartments, because he hasn't seen any yet.
Not yet.
So just looking online, it's been a week. Right. But once he starts looking at apartments, we get to start showing some of that stuff. That's going to be really interesting and fun. And he'll have a lot of stories to tell. So
yeah, I'll work on it, y'all. No doubt about it. We'll get it going for you. Start giving you some pretty funny stories with what's coming up with Desperados, man. That's going to be a good time. I'm excited. Yes. And then also this Friday for Via Via. I love going to that place.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good Friday night. It's a nice... and then possibly geckos afterwards, although I already feel tired. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming along on our little adventure driving around the city today and getting a little update on what's been going on. We have had a heck of a week here, and it's been so busy that there's not been a lot of chance for Jimmy to do a lot of moving in, but he is getting a chance to settle a little bit, get into a groove, learning how things work. And really, it does take some time, unless you're like really ambitiously trying to do a bunch of things. It's just going to take a little while before you get all settled in and get used to where everything is. And he's still looking at trying to find a place. That's his major goal right now, is trying to figure out where where he wants to live. And of course, he's still in that discovering what parts of the city are going to make sense for him. And he doesn't need to make a huge decision for the long term, but he does need to make one for 6 to 12 months and make sure he's in a part of the city that he wants to be in for wider exploration. And he needs to have enough room for his dog Poe. We are going to do an episode with Poe and talk about all the challenges and things that he's done in getting Poe into the country, but we want to do a little bit of getting him in to see the vet before we do that. So he has a little bit of that to talk about as well. Of course, Poe is doing pretty well, but he is an older dog. He's 11 years old, just about to turn 12. And does need to see a vet. We're going to talk to the vet about Poe's health and food for Poe, because they actually make high-quality dog food right here in the city of Leon. So we'll touch on that as well in an upcoming episode. So be looking forward to that probably in about a week. In the meantime, I want to thank everyone for joining us here on the show. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we did get some good footage, like I showed a little bit of already, of the mall at Paseo Real. So we're going to do a little outro, and then I'm going to play some of this footage that we got from the mall. So, because I know a lot of people have asked to see the mall here in Leon and in Managua and other places, and now that we kind of have a way that I think we can get some good footage of this stuff, I'm going to do my best to get more of these in the future. We were testing this out today, and I think it worked pretty well. So, take a moment. Like and subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you want to support the channel, or subscribe. We got that join button down there for a membership to the channel. Doesn't really give you anything special, but it does make supporting the channel a lot easier. So thank you so much. We just keep getting new members. Not tons, but they keep joining, and thank you so much. It means so much to us. It really is a vote of confidence. So let's jump into walking around the mall and show you a little bit of what there is. So this is, first of all, this is Paseo Real. This is the mall on the north side of Leon, and this is really our only mall in the Leon area. There's nothing else like this, and some people do ask, like, is this enclosed? Sometimes you can't see from the video. It is not. This is wide open to the air. Individual stores are often air conditioned. They have their own closed doors. Everyone pays for their own air conditioning, does it completely separately. This is not a central enclosed space with central air. It's very individual. All the open spaces you see between things, completely open to the outside. There's two big entrances on the front and a big one in the back, so the wind comes right through. And the arcade is open air into the main part of the mall. It's really not that hot because you have shade and you have good breeze in the area. You don't really notice that you're outside. It's not like you're hot, but if you're really warm, just going into the mall is not going to cool you down. You got to be in a shop. As you can tell from walking around, there aren't a ton of big shops here. It's mostly smaller things. Some of these, like De Todo and the Family Shop, these are like low-cost shops. The De Todo is a dollar store. There's a Payless Shoes. There is a Casa del Cafe. That is the well-known chain of high-end coffee shops here in the country. That's one of the anchors. There's a Subway. There really aren't very many food options. There's a Pizza Hut outside. The Royal Gym that's on the outside is supposed to be the nice gym. I have not been in there, but it's supposed to be the really nice air-conditioned gym here in Leon. La Colonia, the supermarket, is one of the anchors here. There's a Tip Top, is the big restaurant that's anchored here. There's a few things on the outside. There's a La Curacao, which is like an appliance store and home goods store. It's actually part of the Radio Shack brand. Radio Shack is actually part of La Curacao, which, for those of it in the United States, where did Radio Shack go? It went to Latin America and became part of La Curacao. Very strange, I know. But this is a very small mall, but it is functional. We do use it for a number of things. If you see us go by Ximi, Ximi, that is one of the older but not very old, what we call Chinese stores, but not the new Chinese stores where everything's like all about being Chinese. This is one of the ones like Miniso and Mumuso that have just a selection of higher end kind of cutesy products that a lot of people like. It's a lot of plushies, for example, in there. But we just wanted to do a little walk around of the mall, so I will let that video play for you. Stay and watch so you can see what the entire mall is like. And thanks for joining us. I'll see all of you tomorrow.